Okay, welcome everybody to my Sunday Simul stream here on lichess.org and Twitch. I am William Paschall. We are playing a 20-man Simul on lichess. Let me add the window capture here. 20-player Simul. Going to get underway in just a second. As I size this board up. So guys, we're right on time. Hopefully the OBS broadcasting software will be cool and we don't have to restart, which has happened a couple recent streams. Just I apologize in advance if I'm like coughing or anything like that. I'm still recovering from a cold, but I feel pretty good. Let me get the Simul started and we can chat as I tell you guys what's going on with me today. All right. Standard 40-40 with extra host time, 20 minutes, random colors. Hey, on the 65th square, what's up? Good to see you, man. Good to see everybody. Sabatny Saronche is here, our moderator. On the 65th square, Loudmouth is a new regular here. All right, guys, we're going to get it started. So... Alright guys, 20 players. First come, first serve. Unless they're unrated, I'm asking that people, new players that I'm playing, I have to request that you have like 50 games in the time control. I know these players. The Rain Man has 100 games, so I can accept. Certainly Chess. We're not on Certainly Chess. Certainly Chess lost his place. Sometimes people jump over. Certainly Chess has like 25 games, 29 games. Not really enough games. Certainly Chess, I'd like you to get like some more games to be able to accept that challenge. You're kind of under the minimum. So I'm sorry about that, but I'm going to play with people who have like established accounts. Anto Johnson, main rival is a serious main rival. Dude, you're pretty strong. But I don't have any rating limit, so I'll accept it. Chris, I think we do have a rating limit. I mean, anyone over like 2,400, anyone higher than me, I'm not going to accept, all right? Main rival's 23. We got time for just 20 players, guys. Mr. Big, he's totally valid. I don't like that this list like changes. Never mind my provisional. I don't like that the list changes, like it seems to switch order and stuff. Alright, Zernvlad, AMK, because I have time just to play 20 players. Toj is established. Chris, okay, certainly Chess needs more games. It's a pretty like new account, so I really don't want to accept that challenge. Super Sebi, we got two more. Jode, we have played before. And I think the last one will be Andrea with 1,600. Alright, guys, that's 20 players? No, we didn't get somebody there. Alright, then Shaggy Britches, we have played before. Alright, guys, that's 20. I'm sorry for those of you I couldn't accept. I'm starting with 20. We do have one really strong player in the field, but I don't want to cower from everybody who's like, master strength, so... Not the first and not the last 2,300 in one of my simuls. I'm probably going to get punished. Alright guys, so I thought I was going to play Attila Seba, Grandmaster from Hungary, this morning in my Hungarian or Budapest team championship, but he didn't show up. And instead I had to play a 2,200 guy who isn't that strong, but I was totally not prepared, and I ended up drawing with a much lower rated 2,200 player. But it happens. Wasn't well prepared in the opening today for my tournament game, but it wasn't a tragedy like I lost or. All right, so I didn't play the strong player I was expecting today. I'm not quite as tired as I thought I might be. That was why I'm telling the story more or less. 20 boards, both colors. I'm trying to mix up the openings a little bit. And again, I'm sorry anybody that I couldn't accept in the challenges there. It's a long day, and I like to keep the simul like under 3 hours, so with that in mind, I'm playing just 20 boards. Guys, we can chat a bit here in the beginning because I am... Okay, Sabatini. I don't remember how that game we had that was how strong you are, but I want to mix up my openings a little bit, so I'm playing a little bit of everything. You're welcome for playing, guys. Jeroen's not playing today. I guess he didn't get accepted into the Simul or something. Didn't get his challenge in fast enough. Zernvlad, this is not the 2300. This is another guy. Okay, got E4 on like most boards. I'm white. So anyway, like today I had a King's Indian with black, and the guy played the H3 Makagana variation against me, and I was having trouble remembering some old games I played like 20 years ago. That's what it's started to happen. I used to like remember all of my games, but now it's getting to the point where my career is long enough that I'm actually having trouble like remembering my games from 20 years ago. GCW goes with the very unorthodox opening move here, knight a3. Knight a3, I'm going to play c5 and give you a chance to get into a semi-theoretical position. Shrayan, last time I played the English defense against him, I think. Go with something different here. Fresh Kid, what's up? Lichess is rigged. You're always black against me. It must be... It is rigged. It's like online poker. But, Fresh Kid... No, seriously, I don't know if it's rigged or not. It could be. It could be. Are you always black, or are you just exaggerating? Anyway, guys, I'm going to try to do the best I can. It's always tough when I play a tournament game in the morning, and then Super Sebi, what can I do? I had a teammate. Yeah, somebody was playing like e4, d5, knight f3. Pawn takes pawn, knight g5. Do you guys believe in that? Because I don't think so. Mr. Big, actually, I have two 2200s, but Mr. Big's classical rating is like 2300. His blitz rating are much lower, so I don't know what's up with that. I guess he uses the trackpad for the bullet, and then, like with classical, he's playing with a normal mouse or something. Mr. Big, so... Why is the standard rating so much higher than the other ratings there? That's pretty big differential. Alright, we'll play solid against him. Try to get white in the normal streams. Fresh Kid. Fresh Kid's never here for the normal streams, I guess. Pawn 7. Pawn 7's 2200. I didn't... Oh, this guy, he's from Turkey. I don't remember these games, really. These were Simul games? Okay. That was a long time ago. That's a 10-0. That's not a Simul game. So a couple were Simul games, several. Yeah, it's coming back to me, but I was just talking about my memory. Speaking of my memory, it's pretty shaky. Anyway, so these games I was trying to remember today were like in a slightly different variation. I was pulling my hair out because I'm trying to remember these 20-year-old games where I played black in a Makagadan variation, but it wasn't. The games I was remembering, I had actually played with black in a Samish. So f3 instead of h3. The reason I got it confused was because Loudmouth 2100. I got it confused because all of my opponents were playing with the bishop on g5, and I got confused between h3 and f3. So I'm trying to remember these games, like why something was slightly different. You know, I'm like, no. Well, now I understand, because it was a different position. That's why it seemed a little different. Salty Ego, salty or salty? Yeah, I can't watch. Yeah, the streams. Yeah, a lot of people obviously, you know, are either working or in school. So the morning day streams are only for us fortunate enough not to have those responsibilities. Alright, Super Sebi played my favorite Scandinavian against me here. Deep breath. Alright, Anto Johnson. He's a pretty tough player. We've got a lot of tough games here. I'm going to have to play a little faster, guys. So GCW, we've got the Neo Knight A3. Knight A3, Sicilian accelerated. without the Sicilian. Max123 played a very, very tough game against me the other day. I'm going to change up a little bit here. I've been playing Queen C2 in a lot of my games against the Slav, but now not. I'm going to mix it up. A main rival. Okay, main rival is my main rival. He's 2309. He looks for real. All of his ratings are sort of like, you know, like you'd expect. Like, ratings are kind of parallel. But various reasons. I'm going to play solidly against main rival. That's my normal strategy. I play more like King's Indians against the weaker players, and now Andrea trying to punish me here with Knight C6. Alright. Fresh kid. I'm going to have to speed it up. I'm a little bit slow coming out of the gate here. So, oh man. We haven't played a Queen B6 Sicilian like in ages. I'll play that against Toj. Rain Man. I'm not in the mood for the Bogo Indian. So, maybe Knight C3 here. Excuse my delay. I had company show up. Don't even notice it here, honestly. Shaggy Britches. Alright. We're in a twilight zone here. Knight C3. Well, what do we do? So we just play D6, try to transpose to a normal Nimzovich. Against Loudmouth, I'm going to go for something. Caro-Kann against Jode. A Caro-Kann. It's a C3 Sicilian, not a Caro-Kann. Why did it feel like a Caro-Kann? Zhurn Vlad. Maybe I should play Knight F6 here. No, that goes into a bad ending. Knight F6, Knight C3, Knight C6. I lost to Sergei Kudrin once. I don't want to remember that. Bishop G7 would be fine there. Main rival, it's Queen's Indian or Bogo. And then we've got some King's Indians too. A good mix of, we got Benko here against Maiden 47. I'm going to play the sharper line, Knight C3. Kasparov and Karyakin. Yeah, I was talking about this the other day that, you know, I mean, I'm curious what Kasparov's relationship is like with, like, Kramnik. Because a lot of these guys, the top Russian grandmasters, are really, like, Putin supporters. And, well, I'm not surprised, you know, if Kasparov starts to get into it with somebody. Alright. Politically, Kasparov's on absolutely the other field, so I don't know. But I have no idea what Kasparov's relationship is like with Karyakin in general, or in the past, so. I mean, Kasparov kind of started to get very inactive. This is a weird position. At the time when Karyakin was just getting started. Alright. Although Karyakin is kind of a veteran for his age, admittedly. He has like far more games than most players his age. Child prodigy. Shryan, King's Indian. We got a lot of King's Indians today. Which may be a bad thing. It's hard to play the King's Indian. It's a very complex opening, leads to closed positions very often. Super Sebi, playing my own favorite line. And then Loudmouth goes conservative here with E3. I was hoping for a Blumenfeld. Didn't get it. And then we're stuck with this. Whatever it is. Semi-Tarash. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised if Kasparov gets into it with any kind of political stuff. D4. It's kind of, though, I mean, give Karyakin a break. He just lost the World Championship match. I don't know what it's about, though. I guess I need more information. Anyway, so D4 here. Alright, we'll go main line. Petrov. Shryan plays E3 against the King's Indian. Now A3 from main rival. tempting me to retreat my bishop back to e7, which is something I've been doing a lot of lately. But I mean, it's not a bad move, actually. Bishop e7. I think that theoretically bishop e7 is okay. Taking, and then like d6 is more solid. It's a very strong opponent. Now GCW with e3, it's some kind of crazy gambit. What the heck is that? Wow, we're really out there now. Alright, I'm going to take up the challenge here. Take the pawn. Andrea, bishop to e6. Kasparov called Karyakin the most immature challenger ever. Yeah, but I mean, what's the real problem here? Is Kasparov just like injecting himself into the world scene for his own ego, or is he like really have a legitimate gripe against Karyakin other than the fact that he's a supporter of Vladimir Putin? Is there something specific that Karyakin did to piss Kasparov off, or is Kasparov just pushing his agenda on everybody here? All right. Well, it's all good there against pawn 7. So c3 from Toj there, not really a dangerous move for black. So again, I think I just need more information about the Karyakin thing. I mean, is there something really concrete Kasparov's pissed off about? Or not? That's what I'm asking. This is why I thought it was c3 Sicilian. Anyway. So Sharayan's setup isn't too bad. This b3 looks like a reasonable try. We can go c5 here. And then main rival has, again, like a really solid type of line. But a3 is not really that common. Rayman playing a weird line with a6 here. We can transfer to some kind of exchange Queen's Gambit against Rainman. Chris, let's try something different against Chris. All right, normal e5 move order. Romiori. Okay, against Anto Johnson. Normal English. Mr. Big is also fairly high rated. I mean, c4 must be a Catalan, right? It's a transposition to the Catalan. Mate 47, it's a Nescafe Frappe attack. Now against pawn 7. Against pawn 7, I'm forgetting this line. But I think I looked at this with Jinjiash really long ago, and we decided on bishop g4. But I'm still like a little bit unsure. Bishop g4, queen e4, take. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. Okay, so Shaggy Britches, I played. I don't know about this actually, what I'm doing here. d6, and he hasn't played knight f3 yet. I'm not sure this is really the best for black, but it's playable. Whatever. Alright, we can do like g6 and have a weird sort of. Also, knight to f6 looks okay. Alright, so GCW sacked a pawn. It's a pretty bizarre gambit. Here against Sabatny, it's a mainline Petrov. And then Andrea is giving up his center. Play e4 here. Or knight takes bishop. Kind of a tough call. I like them both. Alright, main rival. I tried to play a pretty solid setup here against a strong opponent. Queen e7. Kind of ultra safe, kind of Bogo Indian for black. Max 123. All right, this is standard Schlechter Slav, and Mr. Big. Against Mr. Big, I guess we'll just transfer to some sort of other line. So against Rain Man, I thought, well, we'll play a normal Queen's Gambit exchange variation. Shrine. Now what? Pawn takes pawn. It's not forced, but really we need to make a decision here. Castles. I can castle and pick the pawn up on c5 with queen takes c5 as well. So Mr. Big with a super Mr. Big. GCEW. I don't know why I thought you were Mr. Big. Mr. Big is someone else. Knight f6, I guess. Developing a piece. Jode with a weird move, but sometimes there's some queen moves that can surprise you here. Black needs to be alert. I think a few specialist players have played like f4, maybe Kuprejcik. Fresh Kid, we could actually have the same game from the other board. In fact, well, Super Sebi went back to f6. Now this is rare, but I don't think that it's unplayable. The knight often gets kicked on b6, so he's going to f6 instead with his knight. It looks reasonable, but a little bit passive. And Zernvlad, you exchanged on c6. Generally speaking, it's not the right idea in the Sicilian. 97% of the time. Mr. Big, it's a normal Tarash now. And Shryan, I don't know whether to go d5 here or pawn takes pawn. Knight e4 is an unusual move we could try. I'm just not sure what it does. Knight e4, it doesn't really do anything. It just looks active. So Max 123. I was thinking about playing this with white. Actually, when was it? A week ago when I was at a tournament. But now I'm forgetting even what I looked at a week ago. Bishop d3, I guess. Bishop e2? Bishop e2, what does that do? Bishop on e2. Now I can't remember. Bishop d3? But they're both lines for black. Shaggy Bridge is delaying knight f3, not allowing me to get my bishop outside the pawn chain, so we're going to have to turn this into a different kind of opening. That's not really the Nimzovich. Some kind of e5, e4, e5 opening, or Pirtz with knight c6 pretty early, very early. It doesn't really look right. I'll go for this. So when in doubt, I guess you try to break in the center with d5 in the Sicilian. And against pawn 7, he is a dangerous player. He's 2200. Queen b6 here is a double attack on d4 and the bishop. So I would think he'd have to take some very, very fast defensive measures there. So here e5. It's not forced to play e5. I could play something slower. But the question here against main rival is white threatening to play e5 or not. The only thing Karyakin did that maybe pissed Kasparov off was a tweet that it was a pleasure that Putin was supporting him. Yeah, so it's more of a general hate than something, yeah. Alright, so e4. And now we should have a very, very big advantage against Andrea. Queen b3. Queen c8. Bishop h3. Queen takes h3, queen takes b7. Oh. Ooh, that looks pretty good. Well, let's get it started. All right. So mate in 47, we're going with the Nescafé Frappe attack against him. Now Loudmouth a3. This is all sort of like main line, semi-Tarash, which I don't play. So good job, Loudmouth, getting me into an opening on a play. Shrine, I think it's safer to take with a piece on d4 structurally, but it's playable. And Salty Ego, yeah, he's got guests, so he's like entertaining the guests with his game versus me. And now what? Alright, Super Sebi. You don't have a pawn to play d5 with. That's the problem for you. So we're more or less comfortable with white, but it's a safe kingside formation for black. I wonder if I should bother to play h3 maybe, stopping bishop g4. And so mate in 47, we're going to go into the maze of the Nescafé Frappe attack, which has not been seen on my stream before. There was a massive pamphlet written by Graham Burgess, like, I don't know, a long time ago, like 25 years ago. That's unbelievable. On this attack against the Benko that I'm playing, I had some good results with it, but it's a semi coffee house system for white, really. Okay, King h1. I don't really know what to do here against Zern Vlad, but a5 is usually a useful move. Loudmouth will take that as a compliment. Peartz is bad. No, Peartz is bad. This because he had knight c6. Yeah, well, it's not exactly a Peartz. If you're talking about the same game that I'm talking about, I don't know. He finds queen d3 now. Knight e7, bishop g5. Knight f5, maybe? So I don't know what the deal is with this max 1, 2, 3. Maybe I can go h3 here. Stop bishop g4. I don't know if it's good or if it's great. It's obviously okay for black. And then let's just channel our inner Akiba Rubinstein here against Loudmouth. So fresh kid, you've got me also playing opening. I don't play very much. We've played a few Catalans. I actually had a game. I think I had a game in this a while back on this, not on the stream, but in a private game here. Knight takes d4 now against Toj. Should be good, I would think. He has it. Yeah, it should be good. But maybe it's better to just take back. I mean, in a sense, I'm kind of helping white by like capturing on d4. Knight takes d4, c takes d4, knight takes d5. Knight c3. It's kind of strange. It's better not to. Keep the strong knight on d5. Alright, guys. Queen g5. I feel like I fell into some kind of trap against main rival. There was possibly like a really old game that I saw with this happening. That's one of the reasons why I was talking about like playing not e5 right away. White wins a pawn here, and maybe he's clearly better. Maybe not. Maybe it's a trick. Castles. Castles. Well, we should get some kind of compensation here. Alright, so this is the Nescafé Frappe attack in its full beauty. Alright. Against Rainman, I have to watch out now. He's put his knight on a bizarre square. There's like knight to b4. Maybe I should play a3, actually, just to be on the safe side. And now knight d4 against Shaggy Britches. We have to watch out our knight doesn't get trapped if we go there. So maybe that's not really the safest approach. We could play it like a King's Indian or something. Anyway, now bishop e7 is probably the safest move here, but what would Rubinstein do? Bishop d6. How am I going to keep this pawn protected on d5 if I do this? Akiba Rubinstein actually liked to play games with both sides of this type of position. The Tarash was his favorite opening, and really he liked to play both sides. But the knight on c3 tends to get in the way of the bishop on b2. You could call it a Queen's Gambit accepted reversed if you want to. I think I had a game like this once against Nick Adams. Bishop d6 is playable, but I don't know if I can keep that protected forever, or am I going to have a problem with it later on? Maybe not. Yeah, 65th Square does play the Peerts, but it's a little bit unusual. Chris exchanges in King's Indian there. I'm not really excited to see that. And now Super Sebi, I have tried this kind of thing myself. But it's a little bit, it feels a little bit dubious for black. It's probably not entirely bad. How else to develop your bishop? You could play for bishop f5, but then b7 is a weak point. So I completely sympathize with black's play, which might be, in fact, okay here. Bishop e2 feels a little bit too passive. Nevertheless, probably best. Against Shryan, we've got a reverse. It's like it's either a King's Indian or some sort of Tarash position in today's games on the Simul here. Guys, I'm normally streaming Monday to Friday, 10 to 12:30 every day, Blitz and Classical Chess. If you guys want to tune in, if you don't have a job or school, or you just live in the United States and you're up until 3 in the morning, you live on the West Coast, drop by. But no, seriously, okay, against Shryan, we're playing the black side of like a reversed sort of Tarash, but yeah, maybe it's better to do like bishop g4. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about it. Bishop g4. We gotta play something. It's the simplest plan. Now Jode with d3, turning it into a big clamp. Is g4 the idea here? Not really. We could play c5 and just say, all right, have a tempo. Now Andrea, but I think Andrea's days are numbered. All right, with tempo, bang. All right, I'm getting out of the center with my king here, and then Toj with knight a3. I feel like I'm playing Yevgeny Sveshnikov. What about taking now? How do you like me now? Knight takes d4, knight c4. That's pretty bizarre, man. The knight c4 thing. Certainly original. We played before, no. Man, that is. We got knight c4. It's gonna really make me angry. Okay, well, if you gain a tempo, you gain a tempo. What can I do? H3, a very, very reserved move from Sabatny. But pretty standard type of position. Shaggy Britches goes totally postal with G4. I see where you're coming from, man. All right. Do your worst. Bishop B6 for Mr. Big. This is a very rare line. You don't see it very often from strong players. No, I mean, I never played against Andrew Tang, Tangster. And Andrew Tang is a creation of the modern internet world. Since I've been absent from... No, I've never played him online, and I certainly never played him live. I don't think so. I mean, it's not impossible. Like, if he was playing online a few years back, maybe I played some Blitz game with him or something, like, anonymously, but not on lichess. I thought here I was going to get some kind of compensation against main rival. I hope for a compensation. Yeah, the Penguin I am Andrew Tang guy, he seems like very fast and typical like kid. F5 Zern Vlad. Yeah, you see this kind of setup a lot. White is trying to get something going with F5. It's semi reasonable. It's too easy to click the resign button by accident here, I think. I was like almost on it. We have the E5 square, we have the F6 square. What's the plan, guys? Just take the E5 square and go with it. Alright. So this game against Max123, I think it's well, now against GCW, I really think I ought to maybe try to take that bishop and trade queens and play a6, man. And we'll just, you know, suffer with our king in the center, whatever need be. Bishop e3. What do we do now? a6. Bishop a4. It's pretty weird. There's no tactics? There could be tactics. Could be giants. Alright. Yeah, Andre, that's what I thought you'd do. Like you had a lot of choices. Alright, bishop c4. We had the insta move here. We couldn't make our move against this guy because the other one was like insta move. Rook e8 feels like tactics. H4 from Zern Vlad, though. I think you're going a little bit over the top there with the H4. That looks downright maniacal. Maybe we should play F5. F5 would be great, wouldn't it? I mean, E6. E6, go for it. I think we're going to go for E6. Kind of like an English opening with colors reversed. Main rival. So, knight takes e4. Knight takes e4, f6. Some kind of like positional pawn sacrifice. I don't really know what other options I have here. I don't really see anything better. I thought he would have castled queenside instead, honestly. So Shryan, very sensible move. 95. Can I do? So this, I don't recall if that's a good move or not. Really, I don't remember. I don't remember that being one of the main moves for black in this position. Rook a5 was one, and bishop b7. Why is that not normally played here? I guess just knight f3. Don't have to think about it too long. Alright. So Super Sebi, I think Super Sebi's position is only slightly worse. And here against pawn 7, so I was thinking of doing some kind of crazy stuff. This is kind of risky though, like bishop takes e5, pawn takes e5, d4. He kind of gets a big kingside attack if I give that piece up. So probably I shouldn't be greedy and take that pawn. I'm on the verge of having a coughing attack, so I try to stop myself. Alright, what about just knight f5? I mean, this is a much more sound, sensible move. Now, Shrine's very, very solid here. Maybe I could take on c4 with equality. Maybe rook c8 is more solid. Will Barlow, what's up, man? I listened to some Sebedo this week. Getting back into it. Actually, you put it in my mind, man, so that's good. Queen d7. Bake Sale and Bubble and Scrape. Those are the albums I was listening to. Lou. Good stuff. So Queen d7, Rook a d1. I've played this before. Fresh Kid, yeah, we're in some kind of... Well, I'm supposed to take, my god. I think you can take on c5 too, but I really should stop and double check before I play something. So, right. Queen takes here. And main rival now doesn't have the move I thought he had, but he has another move. He's playing pretty fast. Andrea didn't get out of the opening today. It looks lost. Back to b7. Back to the future. He just can't resist playing active moves. Okay, so here against Mr. Big we have a good opening, but I don't know like how we convert this into a tangible advantage. Years ago I had a tournament game with a weaker player. I don't remember how it went down. Maybe it was even a blitz game, I'm remembering. Knight takes e6 is not that clear. Maybe I move my knight away or something. Knight b3 and just pile up on the d5 pawn. Certainly a reasonable idea, I would think. I mean, there's an awful lot of pressure on d5 there. Do I consider maybe knight takes e3? Why? I don't like pawn takes knight a4, so... Where did you get the name Sparkle Horse from? Yeah, it's the name of a musical artist who passed away. We're getting out of here, I guess. Queen c7, knight b5. Kind of scary, but I don't see what he can do. Maybe it's best to go back to d8, actually. Oddly enough. Not to give him knight b5 with tempo. Not going to give him knight b5 with tempo. Queen c7, knight b5, queen b8, and then heck with it. All right, I don't see what he's got there. So knight bd7. Now it looks like mate in 47 is just dropping the d6 pawn here. The d6 pawn, which should be very, very good for me. The famous last words. Maybe he has some simplifying sequence or something. But if I don't do anything, he's going to play d5. Queen b3 type of stuff just isn't working. I mean, I think like queen b3, d5 for black here. Knight takes d6, takes d6. Wow, I thought I had something here. Huh. Some crazy lines I'm looking at, but I'm just not sure if it works. Man. I don't see what I'm going to do here. I'm looking at knight takes d6. But I see a problem. Takes d6, takes knight e4. Does that work? How can that work? Knight e4, bishop takes d8, knight takes d6. And I'm like screwed. That's crazy. I don't know what I'm supposed to play here. Mate in 47. I thought this was just bad for black. Suddenly I don't see what I'm supposed to do. Bishop takes f7 check. Come on. There's like no way to attack f7 ever. It's possible I have something like castles. Queen b3. This is really not the position you want the other guy like seeing what you're like analyzing. You could sack my queen. It's highly entertaining. It's really strange. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do here. Maybe mate in 47 is just memorize the refutation of this variation. Unbeknownst to me. I don't see it. I just don't see it. Queen e2. But then black is kind of getting away. Feels like. Queen b3. Queen b3. d5. Bishop takes d5. Knight takes d5. Bishop takes d5. Bishop takes d5. Queen takes d5. Knight takes d5. Bishop takes d8. I guess he just memorized the refutation. I don't know. Never seen this before. I don't know what you're supposed to do here. It's very strange. Feels like there should be something for white, but I don't see it. White has this like overwhelming attacking pieces and there's nothing to do with it. Strange. Maybe Queen e2. Queen e2 feels wrong too. I don't know, guys. Could just take the pawn on d6 and then you get forked with knight e4 at the end. And knight takes d6, bishop takes d6, queen takes d6, knight e4. Forking your queen and bishop. There's no place to move. There's no checks. When you take on d8, he plays knight to d6 and you're losing a piece because your knight is forked. I mean, your knight. Sorry, your bishops are both hanging on d8 and c4. And there's like no move. Other than that, it's good. I don't know what to do here. Queen b3. It would normally be the right idea, but bishop takes f6, castles. Knight takes d6, takes, queen takes d6. What? There's like no square to move my queen to. Queen takes d6, pawn takes, knight takes, check. Maybe that's better. Taking with the queen. Takes, knight takes, check. Sack my queen for not enough material. It's really great. I don't know, I'm just going to castle here. I don't know what to do. Alright. A3. Just a minute, guys. I'll be right back. I just had to check the computer analysis in the other room. No, it doesn't. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. No. Alright, so knight e6, knight c6 here. So wasted a lot of time. Yeah, that's the first time I played this variation on the stream in almost a year, and immediately they know the refutation. Maybe I should take this bishop now while the taking's good. I'm not sure though. I guess there's no reason to do that. Alright, we're trying to get our focus back. King takes or knight takes. Honestly, I don't think it really matters. And we've got queen on h4 check. Probably is a little premature. Alright, now Shaggy Britch is also going totally crazy here. with f4. I'm letting the time get a little bit low. Thanks for explaining. I should think about my own game than to suggest bad moves. I don't see anything there, man, in that game. Exchange variation. White didn't play queen takes d8. That's kind of unusual. Saltigo with the early bishop c4 and a3. Alright, b5. What's that? Just developing. Main rival has a new plan. He's going after my, pawn on... He's going after my pawn on c7, I guess? Alright, guys. So, I've got to play a little faster, I guess. That's the main concept here. Get the pieces out. Or are not out. And man, okay, Andrea. I win a rook. Not too much to think about there. Knight takes still not a threat of knight takes here. So maybe bishop g4. Pawn 7 going to the queen side. What's he doing over there? He's reinforcing his pawn. I should play f6. I just have to avoid getting in any kind of brutal time pressure, which is what happened last time, but it was... I had this terrible lag that struck basically last time. Now, my queen's getting trapped. Not today. Knight b4, I guess. White's played h3 here. That's a little bit slow. Now this one, I don't know. They go to b3 normally in this position, or back to e2. I'm really unsure about this. I don't play this line, or never played it before. Seems like the safest bet to smash his pawn structure. Main rival is rivaling me. Rook takes e5. So I'm still going to drop a pawn in some lines. It's like knight takes e5 though. Might be okay. Knight takes e5. Knight d5. I don't want to waste too much time. Queen b6 now from Fresh Kid. This is definitely a really specialty move. He's digging deep in the database for that one. Queen b6. This looks really familiar to me. I played this already or something. I don't know. I feel like I'm helping his development. And then this one got really strong attacking chances. Knight e4. Knight takes d5. I mean, knight e4 is a little premature here. I just tied up my own pieces with knight d7. Shaggy breeches. On knight e5. Undeveloping my own pieces. How could I? Alright, let's grab some space on the queen side. This is very unorthodox what I'm doing against Shaggy there, but I think it's okay. Probably this is still theory. Though Max's plan of b5 rook e8 seems a bit weird. I can't play e4, can I? e4, I can play e4, b4, e5. Looks wrong though. I should play a4. Then where do I go? b3. What am I supposed to do in this position? Queen c2. Feels weird to play Queen c2. All right. So time pressure will rear its ugly head soon. Well, my knight gets stuck on f5. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing. Just have to be practical. Rook d1, probably Shrine's best move there. It was a hard move to play because it's not real active. Still probably best. I don't know. Now I'm going to have to come up with something. 94 maybe? Creative. Now I was trying to win a pawn here, but I couldn't pull it off. Queen e8. That is amazing. Queen e8 now. Alright. Well, I don't want to win a pawn like that, so knight h6. Bishop e2. Is that a problem? Probably. Maybe best not to allow that. Alright, Fresh Kid, this looks familiar to me, like I played this against somebody else recently. We have here equal position, I guess. Pawn 7 space is probably worth something. My knight on f5 isn't that stable. I hate to trade for the bad bishop, but what can I do? Okay, knight d5. Well, obviously knight d5 for main rival, but I didn't see him having anything special here after this. Simple defensive move. Okay, now against Vlad, should we take on f5 or should we take on c4? Probably take on f5. And then, I mean, we should really be winning here. Alright, this position is solid. Solid, but not really that much better for black. Mr. Big. Mr. Big is 2297, man. That's pretty serious. Offering me a pawn on a7 that I can't accept. Is that the idea? Alright, well, we're drifting in the time pressure all over the place. Just have to play like it's blitz, basically. Okay, where's the forced win? I don't see it. Knight d2. Alright, Rain Man. Should I keep the pieces on the board against the Rain Man? Or should I go for exchanges here? So this ending, got knight g5 or something. I mean, I should be winning here. Maybe we need to be careful. Oh, knight g5 isn't good enough. Okay, what's up, guys? Yeah, the FPS is low for the webcam. I should fix the settings on that, but I just haven't had time this week. I promise I'll get around to it. Yeah, the webcam's gonna look a little slow, and like, I apologize for that. Alright, so Against Loudmouth, we do have good isolated queen pawn position, I would think. Rook d1. Alright. We're just, against Shryan now. I was originally going to play knight d6. Is there any reason I should abandon that plan? Like it's not good, or... Knight d6, pawn takes pawn, knight b4. Just like knight c3. I thought it was interesting. Against Loudmouth. Real close to something here, but I don't see the knockout. I guess we should just centralize. Rook fd8. The a rook's pretty active there. Shaggy Britches trying to like kill me, but he's a little overextended here, honestly. I can't give him too much more space though. We should just castle. Speaking of trying to kill me, Zhern Vlad. Alright, so, alright, this, come on, I mean, this has got to be winning. Knight b5, bishop e2. This is strange. Wow, bizarre. Okay, bishop takes e2, rook takes e2, knight takes d3 check, king d2. Bishop takes, or sorry, rook takes e2, king takes e2. Like, at the end of the day, I'm gonna like lose a piece or something. Are you serious? There must be some safe move I can play. Bishop e6. Bishop h5 is the problem there. It's got a tactical solution. Yeah, but then knight d3 check. This is pretty strange, man, honestly. Bishop e2. What? Okay, maybe just c6. No. Anonymous is watching. What a strange conception that is. Wow. Bishop takes e2. Rook takes e2. Knight d3 check. King d2. Seriously? Who would play that? Man, that's a bizarre idea. Okay, so c6 loses. Bishop e6 is not so clear. Slightly better against pawn 7, but it's not really that much. And then h6 for mate and 47. For now, if I do it now, what's going on? Like knight takes d6, pawn takes d6. This is the move h6. This game is just driving me crazy. Alright. So castles kingside. Did Fresh Kid blunder? Is it possible? Or is it a trick? Jern Vlad. F5. Breaking out. Maybe safer to play D5 here. We don't have a lot of time for niceties. Tiny bit better. And the loudmouth played bishop d3. Just when you were expecting him to play like bishop e2, he played bishop d3. Threatening knight b5. Wonderful. Okay. Yep, see that. He's not really threatening anything else, so we are in time pressure as usual. Shryan just keeps developing. Knight c3. Okay, so e6. Maybe I should just take and bail out here. Take, take. I really shouldn't take that knight. Create a little bit of weaknesses, perhaps. Mr. Big. Alright. Mr. Big. Threatening my pawn structure. Mr. Big is 2300 in standard, but he's 2000 in bullet and blitz. That's pretty unusual. Not something I'm usually very comfortable about. Let's see if I can get away with this. Main rival found a move I was not really scared of, but I guess he didn't have anything better. So have to be careful. He's quite high rated. He should be okay now. I thought he was much better earlier. Alright, so now against Shrine, I thought I had a combination here. Take, take, check, and take c4. Ah, so Fresh Kid had a trick. Okay. I don't think he saw it, though. I don't know. He has a trick not to lose material there. Is it better to trade queens here, I wonder? It's actually a good move, queen b4. It's like ridiculous. Come up with that. But I should take and play b3, probably. Rain Man with a very unusual Queen's Gambit, to say the least. H3, keeping him tied up. You're on my... Man, what a weird idea. Okay, queen there. I have knight a5. Running out of time, guys. Bishop h8, keeping that bishop on the board. Okay, so we're still better. Knight takes d4. Pawn takes. Man, this is tough too. Wow. No idea what to do. Very solid queens. King's Indian. And now this was my saving grace here against GCW. The fact that I could put my knight on e5, I hoped would save me. Sabatny like playing a line that, well, you'd really normally slightly different version of that position on the board. Mr. Big with the knight e4 now. Yeah, this is pretty bizarre, dude. Have to take Mr. Big. He's 2300 in standard. That's pretty high rated, man. Knight e4. I'll probably like lose a queen or something soon. I don't really want to take. Do I have to take? What about like rook c2? You trap my queen soon. I could take knight takes e4. Actually, maybe not lose by force. I can actually take and not lose by force. Knight takes e4, or is it a combination like computer combination type of thing? Close to it. It might draw for white though. I might be able to hang on. I don't know, against main rival, I'm going to offer a draw, but he's not worse, really, so I don't know if he's going to take it. But I don't think I'm really worse either. Objectively here, I think I solved my problems. Like c5. Oh, man. Max 1, 2, 3. Now I can play like a4 maybe? a4, b4, a5. Yeah, so Loudmouth has to go back to d1 into the pin in this game. You can play knight c4, bishop takes c4, d takes c4. We should really be a little bit better here. But I'm not that certain. I don't think I should be worse, though. Ever here. Alright, knight takes c6. Yeah, this one I play b3 with the two bishops. And now, it looks like a normal line, but he's played h3, which is a little slow for white, honestly. And against Vlad, I guess a4 was my plan. I am up a pawn here. I can go bishop g5, but he has bishop g7. Really wanted to break through on the queen side. Yeah, so we're just praying we can hang on against Mr. Big with bishop c3. Really on the precipice there. He played especially well. I saved my queen in that one. So a5 was my plan. Now f5, Rain Man getting very aggressive, although he has to do something. I hate trading his knight on c6, but I don't see a better square, really. Bishop takes c4, rook takes rook, rook takes rook, bishop takes e6. He's got a combination I overlooked. So now GCW is like better. It's interesting. Wow. The sick opening. I have bishop a6 maybe. Guys, we're getting really low on time, so just crossing our fingers and hope we survive. Shaggy Britches, Mr. Big. I think I have to take here. Alright, against Andrea we should be able to take it down. Wasn't the best game by either of us. Slightly better against pawn 7. No, you can't win a piece. Max 1, 2, 3. Well, main rival goes for rook d1. bg7. What am I doing? Getting mated on the back rank. In some lines, I will. Alright, so we're just trying to stay alive in most cases. Pawn takes should be considered here. Probably not. Alright. Fresh Kid is very materialistic. I'm just kidding, man. Queen a6, going for this pawn on e2. So we have a lot of compensation. We should have a lot of compensation. That's what I thought last time against Fresh Kid, when he just like won a pawn. 95 here. Bishop b2. Queen c2 is too slow. Maybe queen c4. The bad structure. Monstrous bishops. I hate playing that move, but alright. I'm getting kind of low on time, so... Now a3, that's a very good move. Man. Rook d8. Alright guys, we're down to 13 minutes. You can change the video quality and preferences. What is this? I got confused here. Yeah, I believe against main rival, I definitely shouldn't be losing this position. I offered him a draw, but he declined. He certainly should not be losing it. I tried to, like a5 is a little inflexible in this one. I guess b5 is more normal. Alright guys, let's just blitz and we'll see what happens. That's all I can do. It's turned into a blitz tournament. He's going to keep his... That's alright. I'll let you play knight d7. Now what? Queen c2 is a good move. Chris from Poland is 1800. I'm a little concerned about this position. Thought I was better, but it's not so easy. Now here I was sure I was better. But what next? What is next? Bishop g5. Not doing much on h6 there. Wow, you're gonna trap my knight or something? What a spatial game. Shaggy Britches is playing this. a3 on the queen side. Try to redeploy there. We need a king. Speaking of kings, endgames are arising. Yeah, of course. Mr. Big has seen this in advance. Some kind of forced win. Almost. Rook d3. Yeah. Maybe I can take on c6 or something crazy. It looks totally like suspicious for black. I would probably resign here. Pawn takes pawn, bishop takes c3. Looks all very, very nice. The way he played the opening was very human. All right. Is there still a move like rook d1 or something? Perhaps. Rook takes b3. Maybe just f5 is necessary now. Kind of ugly though. Can I afford to do f5 here? Take with the bishop? Yeah. Probably necessary. Now check out this move. Rook f7 from GCEW. What the heck? Alright, I'm taking. Is there like a sneaky mate or something? Some insane mate? Alright. So this ending against Fresh Kid, I have the two bishops, should be pretty good compensation. This one slightly better for black. I think I just made a bad move on that board, but it's okay. I have to take back with a pawn on d5, which wasn't the plan in that Sicilian. Now Rain Man. Rain Man is drifting a little bit here. So pawn takes f2. I'm not losing by force. I just have like a clear disadvantage on pawn structure basis. That's hopeless if white has any help. Bishop c5 now. Keeping him off of bishop a3. And this position is probably okay for black. I have to take and play d4. It's really stupid. I have to say, I don't really know what I did wrong here. It's Anto Johnson. What is it going to do? Bishop takes, right? Was that it? And this is getting a little disturbing. Pawn takes. The problem is, like, rook g1. It's crazy, isn't it? Rook g1, and I don't have, like, a move. Pawn takes rook g1. Here I'm probably in some danger too. Maybe not. Yeah, so this is a blunder. I overlooked takes on b5, but hopefully we're still okay. Rook d1 now. Rook d1. Bishop e6 is no good. White's much better now. Knight f4, perhaps I can play. Losing control of the file is always fun, but time is money. Alright. Rook d7 check. Maybe it is a computer like mate. Oh yeah, so king c6 was my idea. So what's up after king c6? I mean, this is really bizarre, dude. So b6, still a draw. King is creeping closer to the center. Hope that's a good thing. And now we are better against Sabatini, but it's not that clear. Clear better kind of thing. Maybe bishop e6 is safer. Running out of time. No, I think, I don't know. I have to do this. Okay, I mean, against this guy, pawn 7, I'm slightly better, but it's probably a draw objectively. I'm going to offer him a draw. quiet move. Can I play knight c5 now? b4, knight e6. My knight will like get trapped. Maybe it's better to go here. Fresh kid. Do I have anything good? Rook d1, bishop a3, c5. Try to trade off my bad pawn. You know, Toj is just totally coming into his own now after that terrible blunder I made. Oh man. Alright, well, hopefully we're not lost or anything, just worse there. Queen d4. I better play knight f8. Shaggy Britches is a space specialist. I didn't know that. This move could have been played last couple moves, honestly. I mean, I don't know why d5 wasn't playable 2 moves ago. I think the whole opening was just refuted by my opponent, basically. Bishop takes d5. Just try to whip something up there. I don't know. I'm running out of time, so I'm struggling to find moves. Rook d8 here. Can we survive into this ending? Seems like a stupid move, rook d8, actually. I have to take time to find something better, but what? Knight g4? I'm not certain about this knight to g4 business. Let's just play the safe move. Now, he's got knight takes f7, I see. Okay. So, it's some kind of perverse, like mate, calculated 40 moves long or something. Let's play b5. King c5. Bishop c4. That's a good move. Losing all my pieces. This is pretty weird, man. King b5, maybe just walking away. Walking while the walking's good. You have a mate for that too. One of the weirdest games I've ever played on my stream, probably. Bishop c8. I don't know, rook e8. Am I getting mated here or not? b5. Knight d1. This is obviously a draw. Or maybe black's better. I guess I'm better now. Main rival didn't use any time for this game. Alright guys, we're getting really low on clock here. So it's time to lose on time, as they say. Queen d5. Bishop, what's this, a trick? Bishop c4, oh, it's mate. Surprise. What a surprise that is. Right. Really surprised. Bishop c4 is mate. I was going to play c5 here, but that's probably not the best move. Just rook fd1. So he's not taking that, he's just winning the ending? Or what? Have any intermezzo here? I don't think so. Just winning the ending to this wonderful gambit opening. It was very correct. Wow. Knight d7. Getting rid of that guy. Trying to get rid of that guy. Would be good. b5. Now, Now we're a little bit better, theoretically, against main rival. What's up with this? Bishop takes g6. Is it a trap? Some kind of trap. It's a deep trap. Yeah, it probably is. I don't know. Looks like it could be. Alright, I'm getting suspicious. Not taking material. Now this one, I have to be aware of the situation with my bishop and rook there. Okay, I think I'm holding. Queen d3. Objectively better against Max, but I'm gonna like take a draw with anybody at this point because I'm so screwed on the clock. I have to give everybody draws, like mass draws. I'm so behind on the clock, it's ridiculous. Alright, bishop g5, queen d3. This bishop takes g6, queen g5, and he's threatening knight e5. Is this actually working for black? Bishop c4, I don't know. I just have no time, so here we go. Rook takes a7. Now GCW is up 2 pawns. How did that happen here? We have no tactics. No tactics. Not allowed. I feel like I'm playing Konstantin Chernyshov. Alright. Rook d3. What should I do? Fix my pawns, please. Rook takes... Where to put the king? Manual castle. Andrea is not giving up. Sorry, I can't commentate, guys. I would love to, but running out of time. Oh, this is a sort of trick to win a pawn? Seriously? Wow, that's a pretty good resource to find. He's used very little time for this game. Knight takes e5. Wow. Alright. Offered me a draw here, Zernvlad. Well, rook takes c4, pawn takes c4. How's my ending? King up. Should we go for it? My last... Let's go for it. Are we crazy to go for this? Take, take. King up. Rook d7, king up. I think I'll take the draw. Good game, Zernvlad. I think I was better, but you created enough complications. Nice job. Queen e7. Not too many blunders for my opponents here today. I guess we go with this pass pawn. It's like a Grunfeld. F6, avoiding exchanges, but blocking their bishop in on g7. Seems kind of weird in a way. Okay. We don't have much hope here against GCW. Andrea is not resigning. Where is the mate, please? Alright, main rival, I'm 0.1 better here, maybe even 0.2. Let's see, knight f3. You have only one move, speaking of Konstantin Chernyshov. Knight f3, h4. Alright, I'll give you a draw, but I'm a tiny bit better there. Just kidding, guys. It's ridiculous. I'll take any draws I can get at this point. We're so far behind on the clock. How about c5 here? That's kind of crazy. But it's interesting. c5. Pawn takes pawn. Yeah, let's try c5. Be creative. All the pawns. The power of pawns. c5, rook c8. What do we do? Rook c8. Minority attack with no time left. How's that looking? I don't even know where I'm going here against Rain Man. Queenside, kingside, bishop d6. What does that do? I'm going to play bishop d6 with absolutely no plan in this position. It's horrible. 5 minutes left. The pawn. I'm going to hang the pawn again? Really? Alright. What's this? Knight d7. We're not going to lose on time. Look at this move, b4. Shaggy Britches. He's never beat me down like this before. What am I doing here? I can't even move any of my pieces. It's like insane. Look at my position. Looks like a joke. I took on e5 and mate in 47 played bishop e7. What? What is going on, folks? Wow. That was not expected. But my knight is hanging, and I'm like gonna move my bishop. So this like is some weird way of winning a piece, or what? It's a weird way to win a piece, or is it? Maybe not. Queen e7. This is this is gonna be the slow death in this one. I guess knight d4. This is hopeless. I should just resign that one. All right, 5 minutes left. a5. Just a5 instead of c5 looked normal. Which game? Anastasiana? a4. Whoa. What's that? It's like a pawn sacrifice. But I have some play. Pawn takes pawn, queen takes, and then bishop b5 at the end. He's got a better structure. So I really ought to play b4, I guess. Alright, this is getting too weird. I'm just playing blitz. Queen d7, I like that idea. Got the same idea myself. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen, man. With the space there. Is this for real? Can't even move my pieces. It's like I'm playing Victor Erdos or something. Oh, I have bishop g4. That might change my valuation. Alright, I thought I was hopelessly hosed, but maybe not. Let's complete the king maneuver. I almost left it there. Andrea. Hard to finish him off. Alright, bishop takes. Now pawn takes. Yeah, that's a good bishop. Knight g5. Wow. Okay, that was not on the agenda. Super weird situation. Knight takes. Right, all right. Bishop h6. I can trade my bad bishop too. Maybe I should take on h3 and put his queen on the weird square. But it's take, bishop h6. Try to play knight f4. I don't know. Alright, we don't have a lot of time, as I said, so Rayman is coming to get me. Like, no time. Whoa, fresh kid, what are you doing? Bring it. Fresh kid can just do anything on that diagonal he wants. It's like crazy. Okay, bishop b2, e4. That's good. Rook d1. Well, then your stuff is going to get a little overextended. Bishop d3. Well, knight d7. Trying to control the center here when available. Like, bishop takes h7. I have h6 or f6. F6 is good. h6. Take, king d2. I really should have a better move here. Two bishops. Bishop d7. Play for a win. What am I doing? No time. Yeah, I thought you'd play that. I have no tactics here, right? Rook e1. Salty ego. Down to 3 minutes, man. What were you doing? You're visiting with friends during the game? Was that what you said? He takes d4. We're just hosed here. Wow, he goes for this. I did see that, right? Yeah, I thought it was interesting. 2 connected passed pawns for me. Could be cool. My king has had enough of being on h1 in that game. Wow, bishop f4, nice move. Pawn takes pawn. Alright, we're out of there. Now where to? Only move? I don't know where to go. I think I'm going to lose my knight in a lot of lines. Wow, he's just all about the material. 34 minutes. Loudmouth used almost no time for the whole game. Pawn takes pawn. Looks okay. We go here. We have the d5 square. Sabatne. What's the deal with this? I'm taking a pawn on a2. Trading queens. What's that about? If I just play b5. I don't know what to do. Mr. Big doesn't want to win a pawn. I guess he wasn't so simple. Alright, structure. A righteous pawn structure. What am I doing? Oh, F4. Okay, if I take, play E4, which is better. Keep it closed, probably. Look at this. This game was really perverse. Sigh. Let's try to mate him with the rook. E5 as well. Alright, that guy's got to go. We're definitely going to lose some games here. But here I was happy, at least I thought I was happy. I could do something constructive, but he's... Yeah, this is probably okay. 86. No pawn moves, right? Queen E3. Yeah, Mr. Big. What's going on now? He's got mates. No mates. Look, my H7 is defended. I can take here on B4. Fresh kid. Really? Rook D2. Barely hanging on with white. Damn, that's pretty brutal. Bishop C6. Right. Whoa. There's still no mate. He's guaranteed to see the mates. Man, come on. Alright. 220. Mr. Big is trading into an ending here. Pretty good one. Knight B5. We rolled up in a ball and it worked. This ending is still probably lost for me. But at least it looks good. I don't see how I can possibly survive this perfection. Rook A8 is no good. No time for that. Interesting ending. Bishop C5 wins the queen. Hopefully that will do it. I don't know. What is going on now? Bishop takes, bishop takes. Bishop A3 check. It's kind of interesting. Now I'm dropping a pawn, obviously. So how to do it? Very Chernyshov-like. You could resign this game like 15 moves ago, but I don't know why I can't resign. Okay, so what's up with this? B3? You guys are just trying to beat me on time against Rain Man. I don't know about that, what I did there. Managed to not lose a piece there somehow. Not sure how. Right, check. What's going on in this one? Andrea's not getting mated. Picked off this pawn maybe on e5 here. We also have other good stuff. Shaggy Britches had so much space, it was like unreal. Now what, b4? I don't know what to do to break through. Take over the file when in doubt. Andrea, please, man. What do I have to do? What do I have to do? Oh my god. All right. There's mates. I smell mates. Rook a3, he had that. Master had that. All right. That's enough of that. That's enough of that, dude. Mr. Big, you're very strong. Yeah, we're winning here. I'm sure I can screw it up somehow. Knight takes a4. Okay, this is a game where I'm up a queen, so we need to keep that in mind. My queen may be trapped. That would be like beautiful. No, it's not trapped. All right, and then we've got the a4 he finds complications. C6 maybe. We go for it, and out to the center where he's safe. This looks like a draw. I don't see this ending decisively, although if I make a bad move here, it's probably not a draw. Andrea, do you have a mate? You're preventing me from castling now. All right. Very, very low on time. Now what? Bishop d6. And there goes the pawns, guys. Well, I don't have a lot of choice. Well, this was a fun game. I'll tell you guys, it was fun. Queen g3 here. e5. Oh, you're just threatening to win a pawn, so now I have to do something. All right. This one I have knight e4. Actually looks somewhat good. Certainly not decisive. Nothing's decisive around here. Rook d5. Wow. That's sort of perverted. Do I have a move? Is my queen trapped? Not yet. Man, alright. Andrea. Gotta find a way to finish Andrea off. This is driving me nuts. Bishop takes. Okay, this ending now. What's going on here? Giving up the A file. And then knight e4 for mate in 47. We played mate in 47 before. It was a draw as well. Huh. Don't remember that too well now. But we are in trouble again. Got the fat knight on a3. Played very, very strongly. Fresh Kid too. Fresh Kid always plays well. I like to know what Fresh Kid's like real over the board rating is. He's got 2 out of 6 against me. It's not too bad. Knight g5. Trying for some counterplay. This game I'm going to offer a draw here. I didn't like White's position early on, then I let it get out of control. I think it's equal, and that draw would be a fair result. Against Celtic Ego, I think I'd like to simplify a little bit here. Or maybe win material if I can do it. Knight e6 check. And then what? I have knight b5 now. Alright. Shaggy britches with all the pieces coming down on me. Knight e6, another one. Is my queen trapped yet? Can you hear me now? Oh man, this is really irritating. What am I supposed to play? Rook a1? Really? Damn, dude. You just don't leave me alone. Like, that's a very subtle move. Seriously. Rook a1? Alright, dude, this is really annoying. a6. I mean, I should be better here, not worse. I don't know. Bishop h6 check. Knight f8, of course, like only move. a5 and e5. If I play e5, yeah, gotta do something. b4, go. Can we trap his queen? Maybe. g4. It might be better to play knight e6 check first and then think about it. My queen's not trapped here. How is that possible? Why can't I find a way to win this game? The game that will not end. A lot of games like that will not end here. Alright, your king is in the center. I like it. He takes g3. Staying alive. John Travolta. I'm not going to do that, actually. Maybe queen a6 or something. So b2 offers me a draw. Alright, man. I think black's a tiny bit better now, but I'm in no position to grovel. I mean, I'm in no position to decline draws anymore. Look at this position. So many interesting positions that are like incredibly tense. It's kind of unbelievable. There, and I thought I was gonna like trap his queen or something. But we really ought to have something here. He's got knight g8 in some lines. All right. Yes. Okay. Bishop takes f5. I go into the rook ending, slightly better. The Houdini here, where I'm slightly better. Speaking of slightly better, what am I doing in this one? Knight c5, knight e4. We're gonna win a pawn, sort of, kind of, sort of winning a pawn. Yeah. b4. I queen first if you do that. Andrea's getting checkmated today. Queen f7. You're not going to be able to stop it forever. You better like sit on your hands for the next few moves. Alright, Alright. And now for our last trick, bishops can move like both ways, right? King here. Oh no. But he has tricks. How fast is he? One. Alright, we have time to spare there. Now queen e5. Man, what? Alright. So, where are we here? Wesley. Protect a passed pawn. I'm hallucinating that my king can move to g4. It's always good. We could sack our queen. We might have to, actually. What's up with this game? Why should I have to sacrifice my queen? Well, there may be a good reason for it. Just win a pawn. That's all I'm going to get out of this. A couple pawns. Measly old pawns. Alright. Some of you guys are actually in time pressure as well. It's hard to believe. Wait a minute now. Right. I'm sure I have faster mates. This game was absolutely crazy. One of the worst games I ever had in that variation in my life. They're usually fun. Joe Day. You got tactics too? What can I do, man? You've got an answer for everything. Now A5 was my plan. Right. Alright, king here? King here. That should be good. We win a pawn or we keep... Yeah, we'll have to win a pawn like this. E6 check, do anything? Probably not. But it's better to play rook g1. Alright. Okay, knight back to e6 now. The game that will never be decided. Rook e2. Uh-huh. E4. I think I saw that. He's got an answer for that too. Alright, I have no idea. Right. Alright, well, I queen. Then I've got another pawn where that came from. That's the idea. Okay. Right. Alright. After all that, still have chances. So the second pawn come to the rescue. Why can't I do anything to this guy? Ever. What's that about? Why did you go there? Is there a trick? No tricks. Alright, we win a pawn. We're winning this one. Yay. Alright. And our pawn is coming down. C3. What's up, guys? Oh, bong, bang, bing, dude. Bong, bang, bing. What am I doing here? D6? Or what? This is a pretty insane position. We should paralyze him with queen h6. Well, I don't see any other choice there. Physically stopping him from playing that. Yeah, okay, so Senor Poker. What are we doing? Now what? G3? He's getting counterplay on the other side. I have to be a little bit mindful of that here. So G3 is kind of slow, actually. What's the best way to do this? Takes? I guess takes. Alright, takes it is. And then liberate my guys. Well, we really should go here. Man, there is a move for me. Another rook. Alright. We had some ugly games, but we had some decent ones in the end too. This is not over. I count my chickens here. It's not over yet. Looks like an overwhelming position, but how do I finish him off? I don't know. Now I can sack the exchange. Those two connected past pawns. I mean, damn. Well, this is kind of tough. B3 and go after the A pawn. Sack the exchange just isn't good. So much for sack the exchange plan. I guess we have to play B3. It's pretty ugly. This really should be winning somehow. H4, H5. It's got an answer for that too. What? Oh, all right. Yes, we checkmated somebody. Okay, our rook is hanging. Bishop f5 now, or what? Bishop g6. All right, this is technical win. Rook f6 maybe. Get behind. Queen g4. Saltigo has less time than me. There's somebody who has less time than me. Alright, guys. It was a tough simul tonight, but I didn't embarrass myself completely. A lot of really cool games, honestly. Usually there's some boring games. I had to give away... I don't want to say giveaway draws, because the people who got draws earned them, but I had to agree to some draws in games that like shouldn't, you know, that should have been played out, basically. Oh, here, h5. Well, maybe we should prepare it. Bishop e2. That was an interesting move. So we're both going to promote into a queen ending there. It's a theoretical draw with the rook pawn. F4. actually. Yeah, I forgot you had rook g3 check, man. That's ultra irritating. What am I supposed to play here? Okay, rook a1. I guess he's going for the win. Why not? b2. Obviously, I'm not losing. b2, b1, take. Sabatne was lost probably somehow, but I don't know how. You're after something over there? You have some ideas? It's getting a little weird. Ah. Your rook's hanging with check. Oh my goodness. I think I saw that. You know, that's the problem sometimes in these simuls. You see things, then you forget. Your queen's hanging. What? No. He has to do that. Bishop e7. Rook e7, sacking in exchange. Well, that's interesting. I don't know what happened there. Now maybe bishop d5 or rook takes e4. Rook takes a4. I hate to lose that b2 pawn. This is a draw, I think. Okay, we've got our connected passed pawns. And now oh, I hallucinated. No, I didn't hallucinate. Check. Oh, you have that. Good game, man. What now? G4 or something? Grabbing space. Your pawn structure. Bishop h5. Oh, I'm getting low on time again. Wow. So he sacked his queen here. Well, that's pretty extravagant. Rook b6. Don't really know what to do. Thought I had something here. Speaking of thinking of having something, rook takes, rook to the 7th. This really ought to be good for me somehow. This is probably just a draw. I don't see the point in torturing white here. I know some GMs who would do that. And this is a draw. Very eventful game. Whoa, it's mate in one. Super Seb. Material is not everything. Okay, this position is a joke. Don't have the first clue how I can survive this. Whoa. All right. Rook there, of course. Okay, now this really ought to be winning. But I can't play Rook H6. It's the really bizarre thing about this. F5? Maybe F5? Can I make my move? Oh, I'm in check. Duh. I didn't know I was in check. Sorry. I'm in the same diagonal. He accepted a draw. That was a miraculous event. For me, a rook to the 7th here. Come on. There's got to be a forced win. Knight e6. I want to play rook e7. Rook takes e7. Queen takes e7. But it's not enough. g4. That's pretty primitive, isn't it? Too primitive to consider. g4. Alright. Well, the simul's not over yet, guys, but I want to thank everyone in advance for playing. I feel like I'm super lucky to not lose a lot more games than I have lost already. This is one of the weirdest games. No idea what's going on here. Probably I'm still losing. Now the other rook takes a3. Whoa. Come on. Rook here? Yeah, it's probably playable. Fresh kid. Walking away. Maybe I'll lose this with two connected pass pawns. King up, check, king up, check. Mate. Are you kidding me? Okay, rook takes g7. Should really be winning, along with a lot of other stuff. Alright. It's like Dmitry Rinderman's finger notes on ICC. He's like, I'm a collector of souls, along with a lot of random other stuff. What is this, some perverted draw? Maybe I can lose. Endgameville against Fresh Kid. Alright, that's the place to be. Alright, so here we go. Mate 47 took on f5, which I don't think was the best move, but maybe he's still winning. a4. Still not over. Yeah, it wasn't the best move, but it's still pretty difficult to save this, if it's even possible, for me. Right, but now I have king here. Does that help? This is gonna be, I'm gonna be angry about this one though. This one really was undeserved. All right, A5. King C2. Rook check, King B1. Oh, I'm gonna go for it. Oh, it's another perpetual? Not exactly. Bishop B. Alright guys, how many we have? The 3 games. I thought it was more. Salty Ego. Sorry you didn't get to use all your time normally. Anto Johnson was really out of the opening in pretty good shape, but something went drastically wrong. And this one was the weirdest game, well, probably the weirdest one of all. I mean, I thought, honestly, I was toast a million different ways. And that's still not clear what the heck is going on. I haven't beaten Fresh Kid in a while, I don't think. Guys, tomorrow and every day this week until through Thursday, I'm going to be streaming Blitz and Classical Chess in the morning, 10 a.m. CET on lichess, and so on Twitch like here. It's Blitz Classical 5 to 8 minute, basically. And you're welcome to join us if you don't have a job or other life responsibilities. And you can also check out my YouTube channel where I do upload the streams from here. Oh, this looks like a trick of some sort. Video chess training on YouTube. It's not so simple, is it? Bishop takes, knight takes, bishop there. No, I mean, this has got to be winning for me somehow. Rook check this way. Okay, well, I don't have too many choices about that. It's a miracle if I draw that. That position was totally lost. Well, heck, I'm down a pawn here. F6. You go for it with F6? Crazy. I guess I just take. We should really be able to promote that pawn on A8 against Fresh Kid. I'm a little worried about the rook end game, the Rain Man. Thank you very much for the game, Sabatne, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. D4, wow. Ooh, D4 might be the wrong move. Because I thought I had E6 here. It was my little trick. Now that I didn't expect. Uh-oh. There's a second line of defense for Fresh Kid that was not on the radar. Starting to have a little bit of time to think. Oh man, he overlooked mate. Rain Man overlooked mate in one. It was so tricky. Rain Man, that was epic. I'm very, very fortunate. Why Man, he played king d6. Just no time for me. These two pawns have to be winning. d4 and a6. We'll play d4, keep him off. Keep him off my pawns. Bishop g2, d4, bishop takes h3, king f4. That's got to be a win. Even if all my pawns are isolated. Or maybe not. Maybe not. It should be winning. I mean, two pawns. Not the greatest structure, though. Kind of strung out here. This definitely would be very bad if I didn't win this with so much time. Gladys Troll, what's up? Well, Stan Folio, Mate 47. Draw by repetition and my head hurts, man. You played an unbelievable game. I'm sure you were winning like 6 different ways, but you made me like lose a lot of games on time because I sat there for like 4 minutes on one move trying to find the theoretical response in that opening, but I don't know what it was. Oh, we've got d5 now. He's in the square of the pawn, so it shouldn't matter. d5. d5, king c5, a6. That's sick. d5, king c5. I have to play a6 first. How do I win this exactly? A little bit of gymnastics. Knight gymnastics. I need to attack the g7 pawn. c5 to e6. This should be enough. You can't have everything, but you can have a lot. I mean, you're too far stretched out with that king. He's going to have to walk all the way over there and get that pawn. What's the score? Poor Jeroen didn't get to play today. He should like automatically get in the Simul. I didn't accept him. Actually, I didn't see a challenge, but Gladys Troll is also eating pizza and drinking beer. Alright, guys. That's the way to live. So, I uploaded the videos to Video Chess Training on YouTube if you want to watch the stream after the games. Today was pretty good. I was tired, but not overwhelmingly so. I thought this morning I was going to play this Grandmaster Attila Sebe, but he didn't come to our team match, so I ended up playing like a random 2200 guy I didn't prepare for. I wasn't well prepared in the opening, and I didn't beat him. It was a draw. But the game wasn't as tiring as, say, playing like a really, really strong player, so and being afraid I'm going to lose under a lot of stress. So I wasn't as tired as I anticipated. But it's not easy doing a 20-board Simul. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. And we'll be back this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And Friday I'm going to Prague to play some poker. The European Poker Tour Prague. Some side events and whatnot. Probably not the main event. Unless I find a sponsor between now and then. So Fresh Kid, he resigned. Wow. Okay, yeah, I guess it's fair enough. What do we get? 10 wins, 9 draws, 1 loss. A lot of draws, guys. A lot of premature draws. I was offering draws in pretty much every kind of position. Better, worse, equal. Because I was afraid I was going to lose on time. So it's a good sign that most of them got accepted, though. What's that? Certainly chess. The sodium attack? What is the sodium attack? Anyway, guys, it was fun. So we had 1 loss. And I think it was a good Simul. It was over pretty fast today. Usually there's a few stragglers. If I don't have a tournament game, then I'll make it like 25 players. I mean, that day. But it's a little hard playing the long game in the morning and then playing in the simul. So listen, tomorrow I'm streaming Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 10 a.m. Central European Time here on lichess, and we will be back. We'll be leaving on Friday the 9th. We'll be back on the 19th, but I will post that news on the stream. So I'll see you guys later. Knight A3 is a sodium attack. That's why it's the sodium simul. They used to have the sodium simuls, right? Anyway, guys, I thank you and Jeroen for being here, and all you guys, especially the regulars out there who support the stream all the time. Thanks a lot. We will thank you in advance. If you could support the stream with a donation via PayPal, that is much appreciated as well. And anybody who's interested in contacting me for any reason regarding chess, feel free to do so. My email is videochesstrainer@gmail.com. If you're interested in lessons or just some kind of idea for the stream, for the simul, for anything else, let me know. So have a good night, guys. We'll see you tomorrow morning, and bye-bye.